How do you go on making music when you made the sound of the future 30 years ago? That's Gary Numan's dilemma. First with Tubeway Army, then on his own with hits such as Cars and Our Friends Electric. He mixed synthesizers with sci-fi themes and scored critical and commercial successes. Yet he's about to go on tour again, and he has a new single out, The Leather Sofa, and a new live DVD, Jagged. Here's a flavour. Well, a little problem with the sound there, but nice to see you, Gary. Leather sofa, leather seat,
yeah.
Sorry. One thinks a sofa, it's not seat. Tell me, what is that about?
It's actually written by a friend of mine called Aid Fenton, so yeah. I'm just a guest vocalist on that one. So
what's the story?
I think it's to do with an old girlfriend or something.
An old girlfriend?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, right, so it has meaning for him, but not for you?
Yeah, I am just a guesting on it. It's a friend favour.
And this new CD, Jagged Live, you were touring with Aid Fenton over the last year.
Yeah, well, that was an album that came out last year, and we did a special gig just to launch it, and that's a DVD from that gig. So it's the album, but just played live.
Now, what about this whole question of electro-pop? Obviously, back when you started, it was still quite rudimentary to a certain extent, where you're getting sounds from. Now, everyone with a laptop effectively can have a go. So how's it changed?
It's been a total revolution, really. When you started, you got very basic equipment, didn't stay in tune, lots and lots of dials and switches and so on, and you kind of had to know what you were doing a bit to get the best out of it. And these days it is phenomenal. Yeah, you say you can buy a laptop and everything is there, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I think the fact that it can be brought to everybody relatively cheaply simply gives more opportunity to people to make music. It shouldn't be an elitist thing for people that can afford the equipment. It should be there for everybody.
I mean, the equipment you had then was pretty expensive, presumably?
Quite expensive. Yeah, I mean, I was on my third album before I even bought a synthesizer. I used to rent them for 2 days and then send them back because you couldn't afford them.
And so how do you work today? I mean, how do you compose your music?
It's all computer-based, essentially. But you still sit with the keyboard, you have to write the tunes. That side of it doesn't change at all. In fact, most of the time you stick with the piano to start with, write the tunes, get that worked out, and the technology gets built onto it later. So it's very much the same, it's just the tools that you use to get to the end result.
And what's fascinating now is that your work now gets sampled by others.
Quite a lot, yeah. Sugar Babes and people like that.
Yeah, exactly,
yeah. Cool people, yeah.
So I mean, someone who has such knowledge of music, don't you like losing control of your music in that way?
Well, no. If my one's done, if there's a Gary Numan version of it out, then I'm happy. I'm much more interested in what I'm doing tomorrow than what I did yesterday anyway. So if people want to take things that I've done and do something else with them, I actually find it very flattering, and I'm very proud of it. I don't get precious about the music at all. And
you can do it live. I mean, that's the other extraordinary thing.
Yeah, that seems to be a dying trend.
Yeah.
But that is the cutting edge of it. If you can stand up on stage and do it, that's the most fun part of it as well. I don't understand people that become studio based.
But in a sense, I mean, a bloke pushing buttons on a computer is not the greatest spectacle. So how does it work in terms of
that's to record it when you're on stage. In a studio, a computer will record what you do, but you still have a man there playing it. You don't think you press a button on a computer and it plays the tune for you, because it isn't like that. It's simply a different way of recording. Before you had a tape going round and round and round, now you have a hard drive sitting there clunking away. But beyond that, somebody still has to sit there and write the tune, do the vocal, write the words.
Yeah, you're also become a family man in this century rather than the last one, with 3 children, Raven, Persia and Echo. How's that changed you?
Changes everything. The house is a madhouse. There's no time to think. It's no time to work. I'm finding it really hard to work now, but I've got to fix that because I can't.
Well, the children are bothering you, yeah?
Well, no, it's not that they bother me. I love them to death. I like being bothered, but I want to be a part of it. I don't want to miss a day of it, of any of them. And so the next project is what? There's more touring later this year. New album. Trying to fit it in amongst the kids, really.
Okay, Gary Numan, thank you very much indeed. Jagged Live it's out, isn't it, on the 30th?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And do stay